Power, powder, respect. I want that money and power and powder. Oh yeah, that's right. We back talking season 2, episode 4, The Devil's in the Details of that good Power Book 4 Force. I am your humble and most honorable host, Real. This episode is brought to you by Johnny Walker Black and Coke. Diet Coke, because I'm old. You know what I'm saying? Old school. We start off with Jenard, laid up in that dope fiend lean, mouth drooling off that white stuff like a Saint Bernard. Gun in hand, lounging in his drawers. Of course the brother's in his drawers. Brothers always in their drawers, in the crib. That's what we do. Guess who also in the crib? White lines, vision, dreams of passion blowing through my mind. And all the while I think of you. Something like a phenomenon, baby. Jenard laying his troubles down like Angela Winbush with a little nose candy, sniffing that blow out of crisp rolled up Andrew Jackson, seeing visions of Lil K hanging. Not like John Leguizamo and Mario Joyner. Not like hanging with the homeboys. I'm talking about hanging by his neck. Jenard having visions of Lil K hanging by his neck. Guess he got a little guilty conscience. Jenard zapping out on some ghetto boys. My mind playing tricks on me. Aw man, homie. My mind playing tricks on me. Joom, 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 joom. That's how we starting off. Jenard on his dope fiend lean. Task force trying to put the pieces together. Lil K murder. First Chewy, now Lil K. I'm sure that wasn't the only murder in the city after Chewy the way Chicago do, but you know. They trying to piece it together. They decide to put surveillance on Tommy. Do a bunch of buy and busts in them streets. See what they can come up with. Meanwhile, Tommy ain't got a care in the world about no feds. I'm sure he do, but not today. He pull up to the hospital, you know, where Mireya work. Pull up in a Toyota Tacoma. He picking up Mireya for a driving lesson. They hit a parking lot somewhere in the city. Not an old lot in the county or in the country somewhere off the grid. No. They in the city in a local parking lot somewhere, teaching her how to drive a stick shift. Tommy got games. And game. Don't teach nobody how to drive on a stick. Takes longer to learn. Man know what he doing. She doing donuts in the parking lot and drive right off that joint. Wind up racing a train. Now the feds is watching them the whole time, taking pictures, doing what they do. When Mireya drive off the lot, that messed them up. I mean, that surveillance was not done for the day. Messed the feds up. They couldn't keep up. They lost them. But they got a gang of pics. They go back, share it with the rest of the Fed crew. Share the fact that Tommy is kind of close to Miguel's little sister. They feel like maybe this is something they could use to their advantage down the road. Put that in their back pocket. Meanwhile, Agent Marcus comes in, gives the team another little piece of the puzzle they're trying to solve. Apparently, there's a couple that's connected possibly to some folks they looking into, possibly connected to a murder. A couple just got arrested on a charge they hoping can go away with some info exchange. So, they take him in a room, show him some pictures. The lady picks out Vic from some pics, connecting him to a murder from some time ago. Now, Stacy Mark's trying to get her to point out Tommy. The girl like, nah, he wasn't there, but you might want to talk to Fat Tony. They like, who this? They take that away. They gonna work with that. Tommy and Mireya wind up at the zoo, chilling, talking, getting a rap, talking about kids. She tell him she can actually drive a little bit. That was not the first time behind the wheel for her. So he like, okay, this makes sense. All of a sudden, Tommy see a dude with a tat on his neck, looking real familiar. Almost looking like he leaning like he want Tommy to see it. He tell Mireya, let's bounce up out of here. Dude and Tommy catch eyes. Tommy figure he gonna check the temperature as he realizes the tat is from Rojas' set. Tommy like, look, I'm gonna hit the bathroom. I'll be right back. He know dude gonna follow him. Tommy go up in the bathroom. Wait a minute. Sure enough, here come little dude. Tommy like, you got beef with me? Dude like, I'm with Rojas, mofo. You been taking food off our plate. You gonna die big time. Here come the pain. Tommy get to killing this low-level player in the bathroom with his own knife. Dragged him in the bathroom stall. He dragged him in the stall on some stealth shit like in Hitman or Grand Theft Auto. So no one would find the body so easy. Okay. Like the stall is fully covered and no one can see his ass slumped over laying up in that piece. Tommy washes his hands, meets back up with Mireya, a piece up out of there, deciding to pick things up with each other a little later that night as Tommy running into some issues and change of plans. No big deal. Mireya's like, cool, we can do that. We can do this a little later. Meanwhile, Walter tells Paulie that Dublin is breathing down his neck. Want their money. You know, Walter need every last dime right about now. Had to pull a Orange Juice Jones. He had to pull a Orange Juice Jones on Claudia last episode after she tied up some of his funds. Liquidated her. Not all my money. I stuck you up for every piece of jewelry I ever bought you. Yeah, everything. Get fly with me. Paulie like, well, let me have a quick chat, see what I can do. Buy you some time. Paulie trying to buy some time with Dublin, like he got an in. Walter talked to Paulie in that boss talk like, that's not how it's done. Say nothing. I'm a man with a reputation. I pay what I owe. I do it the way I do it. I don't want you doing a thing. Now, Walter Bailey rubbing two nickels together here, hitting cats with the one for you, one for me. Two for you, 1, 2 for me. He pulling out all the stops. Tell Paulie to raise the protection rent on everybody. Paulie like, and if they push back. Walter like, damn man, I gotta show you how this is done. Just do as I say. What the hell is going on? What Paulie do though? Meet up with Brendan Doyle. On intro, Paulie hand over an envelope. asked Brendan for more time for Walter. Now anyone can understand the intent behind Paulie's ask. Anyone can understand this. But man, you can't do it. For more reasons than I care to share, the most important thing is that you're making Walter look bad. You don't know what all Walter cooking up behind the scenes. Maybe you do. But if the boss say don't do it, you gotta trust the word. And know disloyalty to his word might come at a price. Brendan tell Paulie he respects him and he'll consider the ask. But as soon as he get a chance, what does Brendan do? Meets up with Walter, who also gives him an envelope as a start of payment. Walter laying a little bit of his troubles down on Brendan, standing up for himself, his old school get-it-done values. He trying to get a little rap with Brendan. Brendan then tells Walter, in an underhanded type fashion, salute to you and Paulie. Tells Walter Paulie came to see him with an envelope on his behalf. Fell on his sword. Ain't that some shit? And let the man know his empire was crumbling right underneath his feet. In a sly, underhanded type of way. Nothing disrespectful, but he still let the man know. Now Walter is pissed. Walter gets drunk, rides over to Paulie's house. He's so upset he can't wait to get out the car to get at Paulie. He's screaming Paulie's name as he pulling up. Window down, Paulie. Stumbling out the car. Paulie come out the house. Tells Paulie what he did was disrespectful. Maybe even a bit jealous. Relieved Paulie of his duty. Then got the fuck up out of there. Got the fuck up out of there. Leon and his mom, Gianna, bust up in the barbershop. She like, where Diamond at? Who Diamond? Barbershop full of dudes. Looked like she was gonna be on some beef at first. She like, is you Diamond? Is you Diamond? She get to Diamond, she like, you gonna teach my son how to box or what? Leon looking like, look, big player, this all on her. I'm just here with her trying to listen to my Lupe fiasco and keep it kicking and pushing. I ain't trying to be old dog up in these streets. Diamond like, look, I got him. I'ma train with him, okay? They skip out of there. She walking out. Diamond sizing up stable entry number 3. Gianna sizing up side piece number 2. Through the outside window. Old cat with the gray afro in the barbershop. He come over to Diamond like, you giving up your government name like that? You giving up your government like that nowadays, homie? He like, hell, I would too for a booty like that. Hell, looked like the old dude was having a hot flash. I like the old player though. Jenard and Raheem cooking up that work. Jenard mixing the Johnson's and Johnson's baby powder up in that joint. Him and his man building the drugs. Yeah, they building the drugs. They on that 1 teaspoon of Johnson's and Johnson's. 2 tablespoons of soapy water. Yo, they got that bargain basement joint they selling nowadays. Anything up in that mix. Don't know how cats are still doing drugs nowadays. I mean, any and everything is up in that mix. Windex, deodorant. Just to get that weight up. Jenard telling Raheem, man, look, I'm in need of some young hustlers up in this piece. You and me under a bridge, doing this ourselves ain't cutting it. We need to build this team up. Trees and cats coming up missing. Lil K, Chewy. He like, I know, hey, you ain't seen Lil K, have you? Jenard like, what the fuck I look like his daddy? What are you asking me for? Then his daddy texted him for real. A random Serb. The name on the text ain't say Merkovic or some name. It just said Serb. And the Serb was texting to Jenard like he was his daddy. What is it about these cats and these screets in this game? Up in this power universe, they always talk to each other like they daddy. He like, payday, homie. Don't make me find you. They always give an instruction, a warning, and a threat. Jenard's face looked shook. Like, damn, Debo coming. Now, Raheem knows something ain't right. He playing with Jenard. He talking about, I heard CBI got that better product for cheaper. Talking about, I heard CBI paying cats benefits. I heard cats is getting dental and eye exams with CBI. Kind of hard to recruit with all that going on that side of town, wouldn't you say? How we gonna compete with that? Trying to get Jenard pressure up. And get his pressure up, he does. Jenard talking about, I need you out in these streets, pressing everybody. I'm talking iced tea pusher press. We ain't on that drug dealer time no more. Like it's optional. He like, bro, I need you pushing it on folk. He like, lock in. Right after he tell him to lock in and say all of that, he take a big pinky dip into the pile of coke. He take a big pinky dip into the pile of coke. They weighing and bagging like, take it right to the head. Raheem looking at him like, oh my God. What the f? That's like the weight loss coach hyping up his team on how triglycerides is bad and the HDL and the LDL levels need to come down. And team, we can win if we eliminate red meat and fried foods. Then immediately the coach pull out a hamburger out his pocket, like Wimpy on Popeye, and scarf it down. Raheem looking at Jenard like he just picked his nose and ate the booger or something. He like, in his mind, I know Raheem was on some Cat Williams like, this mofo right here? Jenard was wilding out for real. Marshall and D-Mac getting a rap on the courts. Marshall telling him that Treason running around on some beef. But Diamond and Tommy got them out here looking like Black Rob, stars in the hood in these streets. D-Mac like, I know. Unc got me at home looking like a little biatch. He like, damn all that. I want back in these streets. He showed Marshall the gun he jacked from JP. The gun that JP hid in that 1972 Curio. The one that Tommy gave JP. He like, I ain't never getting caught slipping again. All of a sudden, some girls they know roll up. They hit him with the Ayo. Ayo. They turn around like, Fool, what is you hollering about? Marshall like, can we come? I was like, yeah, little player. He like, can we come? Shorty Genesis like, if you tricking, hell yeah. Now they wasn't tricking. So they let them girls just keep on walking like Cece Peniston. D-Mac got eyes for little Genesis. Ain't say not one word though. He like, okay, now I gotta get back in the game. Ain't nothing going on but the rent with Genesis. You got to have a J-O-B if you wanna be with she. She on that no romance without finance. Everybody know that. Vic and Claudia getting a rap. Claudia always got something going on, don't she? Always trying to set up some deal. Remember she had the good doctor held captive? In the lab making that dungeon dahlia? Held her as prisoner. She literally kept her as a damn prisoner. Wasn't telling when or if that lady was ever going home. The doctor was like, can I get out sometime? I want a date. Wash my ass sometime. See the sunrise. Eat a meal that don't include a side of fries every now and then, you know. Claudia had her ass hemmed up. Always into something. No telling what she was cooking up. She talking about she got something going on she want Vic in on. And this might get them up from under their father. He like, forget whatever you got cooking. You done played me once already. I'm taking Pops down on my own. I don't care what you do. She like, no, you not. You getting played, bro. Vic thinking he gonna take Walter out from the inside. She like, have you been by Gloria's bar lately? Why don't you go down there and see what's cooking? Vic go down to Gloria's old bar. All kind of shit's happening down there. Strippers with Charlotte Web, spiderweb tats on the stripper pole. I thought I saw a tat on somebody that read Zuckerman's Famous Pig. Dudes is getting head just right out in the open in a booth. Photographer shooting photos. Vic like, where Gloria picture at? Wasn't a hide nor a hair mention of Gloria up in that piece. Photographer was like, who the fuck is Gloria? Bow! Vic laid him out, jetted up out of there. Clearly, that ain't the bar he used to know. Gloria name desecrated all up and through that joint. Just a memory now. Faded pictures in a broken glass. Vic go back over to Claudia's after seeing the bar. He decided to work with her. Now they both know this will not be good if Walter finds out. Claudia talking about killing Walter. Vic like, whoa, that's still our pops. After Claudia got orange juice jonesed, Claudia want his dead. Meanwhile, across town, Seamus, the crooked cop, come down to CBI barbershop for his quarterly shakedown. Leaning heavy on that badge, with a tongue and a heart of greed, the worst. He working that shakedown. He like, my sister had a setback. She ate a bean bowl from raw burritos, broke wind, and now the whole house smelled like chalupas. I'm gonna need $50K to fumigate. And Diamond like, whoa, player, what the? I ain't got that. Seamus like, well, go get it. Meanwhile, Tommy outside about to walk up in the barbershop, but sees something brewing inside. Chills out. Let it play itself out. He know it's a cop in there. He don't know what's going on, but like most smart folk in the street, he chill, watch from the side. Then the whole, let me talk to you like I'm your daddy thing pop off. Seamus leave out like, don't make me come find you again. Have my $50K when I say have it. Must be Chicago talk, this whole don't make me come find you. Everybody on that don't make me come find you. Tommy come in the barbershop after Seamus leave like, what was he doing in here? Now Diamond must have a lot of faith in who Tommy is, 'cause he know the rules about talking to cops. He must know what this look like, but he don't tell Tommy he getting shaken down. He give Tommy some old BS. Now Tommy worried about if he came in asking about a body, 'cause of who Tommy just laid down. Tells Diamond he had to lay a cat down at the zoo today. One of Rojas's peeps. Diamond like, oh, okay, I'ma holler at Popo Shorty. Stable entry number 2. Have her make the message crystal clear on that front. Meanwhile, later, he see Diamond get in a car with Seamus. Seamus acting like a little. Diamond trying to give him the money that he asked for. Seamus talking about, don't hand it to me. Put it in the glove compartment. You a drug dealer. Be discreet. Little weasel cat. Seamus tripping. He like, this is so easy for you, huh? He like, I want 25 more K tonight. I want 25K more. Well, you go to jail, player. At this point, the man got to go. I'm sitting there watching the TV like, oh, this got to go. Tommy roll up on Diamond after seeing him get out that car with Seamus. Catch him somewhere in a little corner. Roll up on him real smooth with the gat out. One already up in the chamber. Like, what's up, player? What's happening? About to hit Diamond with a 3-piece. 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. Diamond like, I lied earlier. This cat was shaking me down 'cause some drugs messed his sister up some years ago. And now he's shaking me down forever. Tommy like, stops right the now. Set up a meet. Bring him to me. Handed Diamond some burner phones. Told him the Rojas situation was handled. Diamond told Tommy, that is. They're going to work this thing out with Seamus. Got a little something for Seamus. Tommy and D-Mac getting a rap. D-Mac talking about how he want to get back in the game. Tommy like, no, this game almost killed you. D-Mac like, you put Marshall on before me? Before family? If CBI ain't gonna put me on, I'ma go to treason. He tell D-Mac, if I see you on a corner hustling, you might die 'cause I might kill you. Task force up in them streets, doing them buy and busts, rounding folk up, sitting CBI down. For a minute at least. Tommy almost walked right up in that mix. Put on a hoodie. Reverse kicked his step. Got on up out of there. Meanwhile, D-Mac is stalking Genesis. Finds her coming out of a train station or somewhere. He like, hey girl, got some drugs? You trying to hit this with me? I mean, it was weed, but it's still drugs. She looked like she was with it, but her girl was like, He dropped out. He ain't worth your time. He like, forget your friend. Let's catch a movie. We can see any movie you want. Like order whatever's on the menu. My man, all the movies cost the same price. She like, any movie? Oh my gosh. She like, okay, but you're going to have to cut your snakes and get a shape up. And a fade. You know I like my dudes looking like a young Nas. D-Mac looking like he would have shaved his balls if she asked him to. Oh, okay, my bad. That was just nasty. Let me back that up. Hey, yo, wait, back it up. Huh, easy, back it up. Diamond start working with Leon. Got Leon doing sit-ups. Dion like this. Dion. Leon. That's that Johnny Walker. Not the red, not the blue. I'm talking the black. Leon like, look, all this Mr. Miyagi crap. I'm down here doing push-ups. Doing wax on, wax off. When I'm going to get to throw these hands? Him and Diamond having a little moment. Diamond shared why he started boxing. It's a little moment happening. Meanwhile, Claudia talking with Merkovic about joining forces. Like Wonder Power twins activate. Claudia always trying to team up with somebody. What forces Claudia got? Ain't they Walter's forces? He like, Flynn's are on their way out. I'll never work with Walter Flynn. She like, you ain't working with Walter Flynn. You working with me. And CBI is stronger than ever. And they playing with your projects. She lying. This ain't a Walter deal I'm offering. It's mine. Join Voltron forces with me and we can rule the world. Merkovic is kind of being a little misogynistic, a little bit. You know, Merkovic is old school. They don't want to be talking to the women. They don't do the women boss thing. He making comments about her dress, minimizing her boss ability. He like, what a waste of talent under that dress. You got a set of balls up under that dress. He just talking about that dress. He looking at her like she on the menu. And little does he know, she is. You saw how she laid up with Brendan Doyle. Jenard go by Shanti for that envelope. You know, Shanti always got that envelope. Shanti feeling real clingy a little bit. For a boss. Feeling a little booed up. He tell her he killed Lil K. She give him some pushback. This ain't gonna work for me. He give her an ultimatum. He like, look, either you riding with me or you not. She like, you know what, King, I'ma ride with you. They get to kissing. She must have caught a contact or something. Because she hit him with the, yo, you want something? How you ever kiss somebody and be like, you want something? She must have got a little bit of that tongue and got high. He like, girl, you crazy. On something. I'm on lack of sleep. He get that text from McDowell. Bounce up out of there. Leave Shanti with that, damn, my man a customer face. He on that EPMD. Time keeps on slipping, slipping. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Yo, don't give him nothing but a microphone. Y'all don't hear me, though. Jenard go to McDowell's, who asks about a payment, which Jenard doesn't have. He like, I need a day. They get to him and Jenard up. Talking about cutting his left eye out so he can see right. I'm like, damn, he gonna have a bad eye, ear, all on that left side. Jenard gonna be taking pictures on the right, like, get my good side. They about to pluck his eye out. Then Mireya walk in with the big ass 1963 insulin needle kit. They like, what the f you doing here? And to Mireya, they like the little sister walked in the big brother room. And they like, get out. She flashed the insulin kit. Like, you forget why I'm here? Hello? You don't know what I'm doing here? You so caught up in your Wu-Tang torture game? You need me. She threw the insulin on the table. Like, do it yourself. They let Jenard up like, oh man, have a sense of humor. I'm just playing. Jenard looked like he was about to cry. You know he gonna smoke up all the product tonight. Jenard snorting up everything in sight. After his near-death experience, oh man, he gonna be drooling, farting, pissing. Oh gosh, another meeting of the treason crew comes to order with a lack of order. They up in the spot. Gray Skull and the Masters of the Universe roll up in that joint. Gray Skull, what a dope name. Gray Skull and all the Masters of the Universe roll up in that joint. Let's see, there was Beast Man, Clawful. They don't know what my childhood was like. Trap Jaw. All the crew was up in that piece. It's mad tension in the air. Gray Skull like, I just came back from Lil K grandma's house. She broke out the toll house for me and everything. Jenard like, I know them toll house good as a motherfucker, right? He like, damn all that. She said he ain't come home last night. You seen him? Talking to Jenard. Jenard like, man, he probably fell asleep in some, you know how Lil K do. Gray Skull like, man, stop playing. I was with him when you called for him last night for that ride. Raheem tried to cover for him. He like, must have been a good night for Lil K. All of a sudden, all you hear is, all you hear is, like somebody just turned on a handheld vac. hitting the dashboard up in the car. This fool Jenard, in short order, laid out, chopped up, and snorted a line just like that. Jenard don't care no more. He ain't hiding it. He ain't denying it. Grayskull looking like, what the is going on? Now there's a clear conflict of interest here. When the boss is not just smoking on some hay in the middle of the barn, smoking on hay. You could smoke on the hay in the middle of the barn, but you can't snort on that freeze. No, no, no. It's a conflict of interest like a mofo. Grayskull like, you on that mother. The gloves is off. The disrespect is up. Jenard's immediate crew is not fazed at this point. Getting the money and product right still as if nothing just happened. They just counting money, bagging up shit. But Grayskull and the Masters of the Universe crew is appalled as a mofo. So a member of the crew, of Grayskull crew, who was so uninterested in the back and forth with this treason camp, just happened to be scrolling through his IG feed, looking for some ass pics. He that bored, he looking in IG for some cheeks. Saw a post Lil K cousin posted that said Lil K was dead. Now all eyes is on Jenard. Grayskull, rightfully so, in his feelings. 'Cause treason crew heads, after hearing this news, still counting money. Like this news ain't just come up. They still unfazed by this little K talk. Grayskull pull out the strap. He like, on God. I'm spinning the block tonight. Letting this gun go blow. Airing my out. I feel that. Jenard like, nah. Ain't gonna be no money to be gotten if you do that. Ain't this what this is all about? Money? Grayskull got all up on Jenard. Semi-sniffed him. Up and down. Sniffed him out like like he smelled. And hit that, I ain't asking no permission either. The disrespect is getting to be a little high right now. A little high. They start to head out the door. Now Jenard, in a moment of seeing his authority slipping away, still, Jenard ain't getting no respect. He want that Aretha respect, but he ain't been getting him. He's seeing his authority slipping away, and in a desperate attempt to regain some of that back, or just let folks know he's still the boss around these parts, hollers out, I killed Lil K. So if you want to smoke on somebody pack, smoke on mine. Lil K broke rank. He had to go. Grayskull rolled up, get the back smacking the fuck out of Jenard with the gun. They tussling, gun going off. Everybody backing up. Jenard get him outside, get to slamming his ass up against the building. Smashing his head up against glass. Bow! Grayskull crew get to jumping on Jenard to get him off. Two dudes got Jenard on the ground, stomping a mud hole in Jenard. I'm like, where Jenard crew at? Probably still counting the damn money. They unfazed by nothing. These cats finally come out, but with question. Like, is we rolling with Rush? Nah, Rush Town Management. Check this out. They like, is we gonna help Jenard? Finally, somebody bust a shot up in the air to clear the air to say, cut. Raheem screaming out, cut it out. We family. Okay. But I bet y'all won't be sitting around the table this Thanksgiving, though. I bet that. Everybody dusting themselves off. Gray Skull like, we done here. Jenard like, done. Done. This is for life. Gray Skull like, going on up here is treasonous. Duh. It's called treason. Jenard like, you ain't never done. I'm treason. I say when it's over. And baby, it ain't over till it's over. All right. I'm sorry, I had to do it. J-Mac. I'm telling you, this Black Label, D-Mac and JP getting a rap. JP playing the piano. D-Mac is impressed. They chat a little bit. D-Mac like, look, I got a little date tonight. I got a little shorty waiting on me, player. What you think about that? Diamond getting a rap with the lawyer, Jenny Sue. She tells him a task force has been created. CBI is at the top of the target list. While he's wrapping up with Jenny Sue, he gets a text from Seamus, wanting to meet to get his money. Diamond hits Tommy up, who's engaged in a night of food and closeness with Mireya as part of their continued date from earlier. But Tommy got to handle this business. So Tommy tells Mireya he got to skip out. Mireya understands. He says, stay as long as you like. Tommy dips out. Seamus comes to the barbershop for the meet, like the weasel he is, ready to get his grubby little hands on the money. Diamond points him to it. Don't look like this type of interaction between the two of them is coming to an end anytime soon, according to Seamus. Tommy steps in from out of some dark corner and tells Seamus this shit stops tonight. Tommy and Diamond propose that he work for them. Give them intel from the inside. Seamus get dumb and tell him he could kill them both now. Why would he work for them? Why would he put in any work and he could get this money for free? Doing shakedowns. Just as Seamus has that gun raised looking like he might pop off, D-Mac come in and pop one right in Seamus' head. Bow! Blood is splattered everywhere. Power, powder, respect. I want that money and power and powder. Till next time, y'all. Peace.